Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. Most every trailer home neighborhood, pub in a country setting, and NASCAR fan club have been fuming over the Bud Light brand deal with Dylan Mulvaney. Many across TikTok have expressed their disdain by pouring out entire cans of the pissy drunk water. Never mind. I have been following this train wreck for some time, and elected to make these topics part of my content upon my return. Yet, my concern is not with terrible beer. My concern is this.
You're my role model. No. Day 80 of being a girl. Yes. And I am with my all-time role model. This is the person that made me. You're my role model. No. You're my role model. No. You inspired me to start making content.
I haven't got much of an issue with Dylan. Opinions? Quite. Yet, not necessarily an issue that affects myself, being biologically male. Never mind that trip to the veterinarian some years ago. Never mind, I do acknowledge that biological women have spoken out, offended by the way Dylan, a theater actor by trade, portrays women. My issue for some time has been Jeffrey, Dylan's beloved mentor and inspiration. Who is Jeffrey? Well, they have somehow become an internet sensation, and an infamous topic amongst parents. Some finding support in the self-professed therapist, while others find his inappropriate discussions with children to be rather unnerving.
Your family has an image of you. It's a role. So they think of you as a role, as like a very unidimensional version of someone who suits them. Be very, 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 very careful if someone says, wow, you've changed. This whole therapy thing, it's just made you so much angrier. You've changed.
Now, Jeffrey has always struck me as someone with some deep-seated mummy issues. And, he openly addresses minor children. Even opening a Patreon where he encourages all ages to speak to him on a personal level. But, what is more concerning is his no-contact theories and TED Talks. According to Jeffrey, no contact is specifically cutting off those in your life who don't make you happy at all, or who will not handle your every tantrum with kid gloves, and he openly encourages young people to cut off ties with parents, and even siblings.
So, you're going no contact. You're considering going no contact. You're 25% of the way toward an open door on the subject of no contact. And you're feeling guilty. Hey kids! Feelings can feel really big. Sometimes emotions feel so big that they feel even bigger than you are. People are fond of saying to me, you can't blame the parents. You make these videos and you blame the parents. People can't blame their parents all the time. And my answer is, of course they can. I will tell you about going no contact. I went no contact, oh gosh, long time ago, a couple years ago. But I eventually found out that for the first few months of being no contact, my parents still participated in a group chat between myself, my partner, and them. I had them blocked, so I didn't know this was happening, but it put my partner in an awkward position of, Jeff, my beautiful partner, thinking, am I going to tell Jeffrey? Am I going, should I block them too, right? Whatever, difficult decisions. If you go no contact and someone continues to contact you and uses guilt and pretending, no contact? What? You didn't even say that, You know you made the right decision.
Now, some might say it is up to a parent to control what their children see on the internet. Jeffrey goes out of his way to make himself desirable to children, even going as far to use the Mr. Rogers hashtag quite often, as well as other child-oriented tags. His messages are veiled in kindness, but there is a much darker part of Jeffrey at play here. He's essentially dumping all of his trauma onto your children.
Teaching children to hate themselves is grooming. teaching children to hate others who have a different background or religion or a different race. That's grooming. Teaching children that God is constantly watching them and judging them so they have a lifetime of anxiety. That's grooming. And I keep wondering, who is the real danger? I want to tell you about a little something my mom said when I was about to go no contact with her. We were talking about my childhood trauma, and she said, "But I sewed costumes for you for the community theater." Because she had gotten some things right, and she absolutely did, that meant that we couldn't possibly talk about anything that I needed to heal with that had happened. And it was that kind of absolute. She needed to be either the, wonderful, perfect mom, or absolute, evil and, everything's horrible, right? This absolute thinking was part of the reason why I couldn't have a nuanced discussion, and I had to go no contact.
How is anyone all right with this? Wow.
There are 3 ways to disrespect your elders. So if you're dealing with a narcissistic parent or a bullying boss at work, you need to 1, play innocent. There's some sort of secret code or language they're using to try to get you to do what they want. And all you need to do is ask, "What do you mean? I don't get it. Could you explain that?" Be innocent. Number 2, feel no guilt. Bullies and narcissists use guilt as leverage. And if you refuse to feel guilty, it doesn't matter what you do or what they do or say. And number 3, limit contact. Don't do extra. Don't go above and beyond. Don't show up constantly, consistently, and all the time sacrificing your life for their agenda.
So, Jeffrey would like your children to refuse to contribute to the household, even go as far as ignoring you as the authoritative parental figure. He does not set a guideline for this. He does not specify when this would be a good idea, giving teenagers and younger the impression that the moment we don't get our way, we should just automatically shun our own parents or caregivers. This has nothing to do with the LGBTQ+ community as a whole. This is a situation all sides should be paying attention to. Because the door has been opened for our children to be targeted by these influencers, and if we say a thing about it, we are homophobic or terrible people.
You're very mature for your age is just code for you became the child nobody had to worry about. You weren't even acting like an adult. You were acting like someone without needs.
As you can see, Dylan on a Bud Light can is the least of our worries. Let us be more mindful of who your children are interacting with on the internet. I happen to believe TikTok is a cesspool for these types of environments. And children should not be there at all. But, I am no radiant Brit. I acknowledge that I do not have children of my own, therefore I am not a parent with as much of an opinion. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Cheers.
It's not that you can't use they for one person. You use they for one person all the time. Someone left their wallet here. I hope they come back to get it, right? It's that you can't look at me and see my humanity yet. AKA bigotry, right? You don't believe us. You can't look at us and see the they in the eyes. So I want to give you a little practice so you can get over it. Look at me. Do you see that I am a they, them? Deep down to the core of who I am. Are you ready to respect us?